So I've been thinking, and life is a lot like a video game. So I I found this post on Facebook the other day, and it was basically talking about how, you know, why do you think people play video games so much? At least when you get confused, you can go look up a guide, and you know, it really made me think like, wow, so many people don't realize that there is actually help out there if you are looking in the right places. Excuse me, I got something in my throat. But I think that a lot of people, they really get so focused on the aspects in their life where they've tried to learn things and they haven't been able to, that they they don't realize, or they don't want to try. They don't think, it's like they're so sure it's not going to work that they stop trying to even go out there and look at things that can help them. And for me, like, when you're in a video game and you get really confused and you're trying to figure out the answer, you go online and you look up a guide, and it normally tells you like, hey, this is like how you do this thing. And you know another epiphany I had was that so many times I feel like we expect, we can go and look up an answer to whatever problem and then just immediately solve it. But if you think about it, like, in those video game guides, some of those games, like, something that can take up like 5 lines of text, it can sound super simple, can take you months and months and months of work and grinding resources and trying to get to that place that you want to be. And I think it's oddly enough, it's easier for us to do that in a video game sometimes. um I feel like a lot of us are so caught up in this system, um, that we don't think there's any alternatives to working like a 9 to 5 job and just, doing the same thing over and over until you finally have enough money saved up to do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, it's like there's so many people and only so many resources. And if we all are working 9 to 5s expecting to do, something different with that, it's, you can't do the same thing and expect different results, I think is the real point I'm trying to make. Like, you keep on going to the same job, you get a little bit of money, then something sets you back and you have to spend that money to stay alive, or to take care of X or Y, or to buy this thing that you want, and it just keeps on repeating. And it's like you buy the thing and then you're not happy. um, you know you're back to where you started, and you just keep on going back into the cycle. But sometimes getting out of something that's not serving you requires sacrifice, and it requires giving up a lot of the things that you cling to as stability. When you start getting attached to those things, I really feel like it's hard for you to to move with life as it changes. And sometimes you really just have to take a step back, be like, okay, I need to be okay with less for a little bit so I can figure out where I want to be, and I can take the time and the energy to refocus my direction, to actually, find something that is serving me, to find what makes you happy again, and then, go and do that thing. And I really do think that, videos like this, and the plenty of other people who are doing work like this on, a lot of social media platforms, but specifically YouTube. I I think these are, like the internet guides, but just don't get caught up in like, hey, this isn't working for me. It's like you can't expect to like just grind out end game status in a day, you know? Like you really need to take your time, you need to work through all the different levels. Like it is a process of growth. It is not something that is just instantaneous, like, hey, I had this epiphany, I'm enlightened, I'm gonna feel better. No, like it is painful growth and it is work, but once you get through it, it gets better. And you can start to see things opening up, and you really can, like, when you're putting work into things that you actually enjoy doing, it just becomes almost effortless, you know? It becomes fun. It becomes part of the game. You start enjoying it. And that's the thing I'm just trying to really help people understand is like, hey, you've been grinding for like 5 years, you know, like skinning boars. Like you're not going to make any money. Those are like low level things. Do some work, grind up your levels, like get to a better position, and then spend that money, or that spend that energy, making money, because you'll be in such a better position to actually support yourself and to do something that's valuable to you and the people in your community and the people that you love. And I think that's where we all want to be, is just doing something that actually matters, that actually makes a difference to the people around us. And I think that's why we're so frustrated with capitalism the way it is because there is no point to so much of it. It is just absolutely meaningless. It doesn't help anyone. It is just doing it for the sake of doing it, and watching a number go up. And it's like, driving your car to watch the odometer go up. Like, eventually it gets boring. Like, let's do something, like let's go somewhere. Let's go to Las Vegas. Let's go to the Grand Canyon. Let's go to Alaska. Like let's drive like somewhere instead of just watching it go up. Like, we have the power to create anything that we want, and I've seen some of the most beautiful things in my life just by pure ingenuity and willpower, and for nothing but the sake of just enjoying it. And we can do that with every aspect of our life. We don't have to choose to be meaningless. So thank you for watching. um, Thank you for joining me again. Thank you for being love and for being the light that the world needs. Thank you for showing up every day for yourself and the people around you as much as you can. You are a human being and you are not perfect and you are not supposed to be, and that is okay, and you should love yourself. In my opinion, I think you should love yourself regardless of anything that you have done, because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to do all the things in your life that you have ever dreamed of but didn't think that you could do. And we all can do it together if we stop being meaningless and start being meaningful. So, thank you for joining me again. Much love, always. I'm so glad to be here with you, Earth Angels, and yeah, thank you.